My 32F husband, 36M, says I am a cold psychopath. I am a regular Reddit user but throwaway for obvious reasons. My husband and I both are lawyers in different areas of expertise. Our marriage has been mostly good unless it involves his extended family. On Saturday was his cousin's baby shower. I was unable to attend, so I gifted her a rather generous voucher which I mentioned to my husband. On Monday my husband approaches me saying that his cousin did not receive the gift and wanted me to produce proof via my banking app. I refused and that escalated into an argument. He became extremely aggressive and started saying that I have no love for him, etc., etc. I remained calm and didn't raise my voice or use vulgar language as he did. At one point he started telling repeatedly, "I hate you so much." Took off his jacket and flung it onto our bed. He then stormed towards me still yelling but holding his pointer finger right up at my face. I asked him to move his finger from my face but he kept yelling, "Make me. What are you going to do?" He called me a psychopath because I am so calm but as cold as ice. Our 6-year-old ran into our room at that time and he backed off when she started crying really hard. He continued to use foul language for a bit as I kept asking our daughter to leave the room. He was shouting at me to shut the foo up. He has never been this aggressive before and I feel that he would have hit me and was trying to provoke me. Is finger pointing in that manner borderline violence or abuse? I have no idea how to move past this. Even our daughter is afraid of him but she loves him dearly. Thoughts on what I should make of the outburst and what I should do would be most appreciated. Edit. He hates that I ESRN more than he does but we live comfortably. I think he has anger issues that were well hidden from me until now. This sounds like a man who really wants to escalate the fight with you. Is trying to provoke a response so he can justify the escalation. And then feeling rage and frustration because he doesn't get to escalate it without it being entirely without justification. It's calculated and angry all at the same time. Which is even scarier that he's that controlled and trying to be that angry in front of his daughter. I've just read your comments saying it's a recent behavior change. Has something happened? Has there been a shift in power balance between you both? Has he had something traumatic happen to him? Or could he be using drugs he shouldn't be? Things are escalating quickly. You've indicated elsewhere that this isn't normal. I'm not sure whether this is a mental health issue or if there's stuff that we don't know about. I'm going to go ahead and give both of you the benefit of the doubt. Physically remove yourself for the time being and tell him that you cannot have things escalate like this. He needs significant mental health help and you two need significant couples therapy if you're going to stay together. Trust your gut about feeling unsafe. I don't know why things are going off the rails. But it could be anything from significant stress at work to a chemical imbalance in the brain to even a brain tumor if things are different enough. He's escalating. Already punching walls and tables. It won't take him long to escalate further and become physically abusive. Find a safe place to stay with your daughter as soon as possible. Are you able to stay with friends or family? Even our daughter is afraid of him. The moment my child is afraid of my spouse, I'm gone. The only way he's seeing our kid is in supervised visits while he's undergoing therapy. Your child should never be afraid of your partner. If they are and you keep them there, you are not doing right by them. Honestly. It sounds like he's winding up to the day he does actually hit you. And your calmness is a sign that you're either used to it or that you're shutting down as a coping mechanism. This is abusive. That is abusive behavior from him. He is escalating and you need to take your daughter and leave. Badgering you by saying things like, "You're a psychopath, you're an ice queen, I hate you." threatening you physically, even if he didn't actually hit you this time, and demanding proof of your finances. It's all abusive. Trying to force a reaction out of you so as manipulative and controlling behavior. Really inappropriate that this happened in front of your child. It's obviously up to you what you want to do, but based on the patterns I saw between my parents, this would be a deal breaker for me. For me, understanding the why of him acting this way, stress, jealousy, drugs, wouldn't matter. What would matter to me is that in a time of stress, this is the coping strategy he tried. His yelling is what is abusive. I don't understand how this argument started. I feel like we are missing context. You're in your 30s. Is this the first time he has acted like this? Has he apologized? If this isn't a one-time thing where you make it clear this behavior is unacceptable, I don't really see another option than separation. Maybe anger management counseling for him. How is your daughter afraid of him? Does that mean he has done it before? You have to separate from him. This doesn't sound healthy. Why would the voucher proof be in her bank statement, and why would she ask for proof? I'd just accept it was lost in the mail. Since he was going, why didn't you just give it to him to give to her? I hate you so much. Took off Huss' jacket and flung it onto our bed. He then stormed towards me still yelling. I would be done after this. Nope. We don't think you and your daughter are safe. Whatever his reason is, you are not safe. Please find a safe place to be, and you can sort out the rest after you have a chance to breathe in. Not be afraid. It sounds like he was looking for an excuse to put hands on you. Trying to provoke you into hitting him in any way so he can start swinging. I am so sorry you're in it this deep already. Try to get evidence the next time he starts coming at you, and I'd suggest getting you AMD your child. TF out of there. It was such a small thing to get that worked up over. And getting in your face and calling you names like that isn't okay. It's only a matter of time before he gets worse. Edit. He punches walls, abuses your dog, and screams at your child, and somehow that's acceptable? Please stop living in denial and save your child and pet rather than sit by and allow him to beat your dog, soon your child, and eventually you. Allowing helpless beings to be on the receiving end of his rage is sickening. Time to leave. He's gaslighting the hell out of you. Why are you still married to this idiot? Your daughter loves him, but she's afraid of him. So you're teaching her what about relationships? Only mentioned in the comments that her husband hit their dog in anger. Get yourself, your child, and that poor dog out of the house. How dare you keep the dog in the same home as the abuser? If I knew WHO you were, I would call a shelter to report abuse. WTF. Did you actually pay for the voucher? What happened with that? Have you promised payment or gifts before and not followed through? It's interesting that he didn't say, babe, something's up with the voucher, but instead asked to see your bank app as proof. Honestly, I think him saying he hates you would be the nail in the coffin. But everything else really just seals it. Info. If it was such a huge deal, why didn't he buy and deliver the gift to his cousin? It seems like he was looking for a reason to berate you. Please believe his actions. And if you felt unsafe, honor that feeling and don't let your mind excuse or normalize these actions. I am so sorry. Please keep yourself safe. He is abusive. Next time he's going to hit you. You earn more. Why are you staying with an unhinged psycho? Sounds like you could comfortably leave. Please do before it gets even more dangerous for you and your daughter. Yup, everything you're thinking is absolutely on point. He may raise his hands in near future. Even if he apologizes, still he's not under control. He reached too far from his position. Straight up tell him the facts that he would have hit you, or tell him when he is angry and whatever he does is wrong. Tell him that could potentially harm you physically or mentally, to you and your daughter. If he gets reality check and starts working on himself, then it's good and help him. Otherwise, he's an effed up dude.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.